What if the real causes of our problems are not the events we see, but the hidden patterns and mental models beneath the surface? In this video, How Do We See What We Can't See?, we explore the Iceberg Model as a powerful system thinking tool that helps uncover the deeper layers shaping behavior, decision-making, and organizational outcomes. Instead of reacting only to visible events, this approach trains us to look deeper into patterns of behavior, systemic structures, thinking habits, self-image, and mental models that quietly influence results in life, business, and organizations. This video explains how unseen forces, belief systems, feedback loops, and structural dynamics create recurring outcomes, and why real change requires shifting what lies beneath the surface. Whether you are a leader, manager, strategist, or lifelong learner, understanding what you cannot immediately see is essential for sustainable growth and intelligent decision-making. Systems thinking is a way of dealing with problems that reflect complexity, due to their various components affecting each other within a particular system, rather than responding to individual problems that arise, such as viewing an organization as a system. Similarly, a production line, an industrial complex, or a supply chain system, or an ecosystem. Systems thinking always deals with the known relationships between different activities within a system, looking for patterns created over time, as well as looking for the roots of causes that create events. Because of that, we have to remember the Iceberg Model, which is one of the best tools that allow you to change your perspective and see what is beyond immediate events that not everyone can notice. The Iceberg Model is useful for understanding systemic problems. Many studies have indicated that the iceberg has only 10% of its total mass above the water, while 90% of its mass is submerged under the ocean water's surface. So we have and in need to discover the hidden components of the iceberg, in order to find a way to see and to understand what we cannot see. The Iceberg Model provides the possibility to look at deeper levels of thinking within systems, which are not very closely related to thinking patterns, self-image, organizational fit, etc. It serves as a tool designed to discover patterns of behavior, structures, and mental models that underlie a particular event. The Iceberg Model is divided into 4 levels of thinking. At the top of the iceberg lies the event level, and at this level, we usually realize what is happening, and thus we can manage events and react successfully to their effects. For example, the photocopy machine suddenly stops working, thus. Such problems that we observe at the tangible event level can often be addressed by resorting to simple readjustment. Among the advantages of the Iceberg Model is that it forces us not to stick to the assumption that every problem can be solved simply by treating the symptoms or modifying the level of the event. So the Iceberg Model assumes that the photocopy machine has stopped working, not only as a result of a unique reason, but perhaps for other hidden reasons they lie directly under the surface of the water. And the level of the event, that is, mean they exist in what is called the pattern level, which is the level that includes similar events that occurred over time. For example, the photocopy machine has stopped working many times because the maintenance department failed to fix it properly. So monitoring patterns allow us to predict and forecast events. Beneath the level of patterns is the level of the structures, which usually create patterns, and which is reflected in the careless handling of the photocopy machine, or the use of poor-quality toner, or the feeding machine with broken and uneven papers not suitable for making photocopies. All these structures certainly will cause the machine to stop working. According to Professor John Gerber, structures may take many different forms in the business world, such as physical objects, as vending machines, roads and bridges, traffic lights, terrain, organizations, businesses, corporations, governments or schools, policies, laws, regulations, tax structures, or even rituals that reflect habitual behaviors. So well established that you don't realize them. The mental model's level, on the iceberg, lies below the level of structures, refers to the attitudes, beliefs, morals, expectations, and values that allow structures to continue operating as they are. And the beliefs that we often subconsciously learn from our community or family, which we may be unaware of. Mental models can be involved in knowing how to prevent photocopy machine from being damaged and not working. In terms of believing that maintenance is very important. Or to have confidence in the efficiency of the machine. Or understanding that high quality and expensive toner is what is needed. Or that it is necessary to have paper of standard imaging, etc. Therefore, we conclude from the above that systems thinking is a way of dealing with problems that reflect complexities due to their various elements.